gentlemen. Yeah, I was going to shoot this video, talk a little bit about going into the spring, AC maintenance, doing proper maintenances, suggestions, recommendations. I'm going to get to all that, but before I get to that, just had lunch. 53rd birthday was this weekend. It's actually Monday, March 4th. Anyway, always get together that weekend with my dad, my son, his wife. We'll pick somewhere and go eat. Went to a local steakhouse and had lunch. So we come outside and we talk a little bit. And the son hands me a birthday card. And didn't catch immediately what he was writing on the card. Makes sense of it. But in it were these two little baby socks. So at 53 years old, you never expect the news of being a grandfather. But there's no way to prepare for how you're going to react to that. Very happy. Very eye-opening. And no, I'm not wearing my seatbelt. Very proud of him. His wife. He's a good kid. He's 25. College graduate. Good head on his shoulders. Smart kid. He's going to be a good father. No doubt in my mind. But you never get... I don't know. It just wasn't expecting that. Definitely very eye-opening. Puts things in perspective. Looking into the future. Kind of looking at myself in the mirror a little bit. Some tweaks, some changes. Grandpa, the AC man. Jesus Christ. So anyway, wasn't expecting that. This video was planned on the ride home after we ate. Didn't expect to get that news. Very happy, very looking forward to it. So hopefully everything goes well. Health is the #1 concern. Be nice to have a grandson, but doesn't matter. Grandson, granddaughter, long as he or she is healthy and being happy, that's all that matters. So now we're going to get on to getting into the spring, and AC maintenance is getting started. Alright, just come out of the grocery store. Another funny thing about that is it was actually pretty funny to be able to look over at my dad and call him a great grandpa. Oh gosh, guys, put things in perspective. But that's another thing about these YouTube videos. You don't think about it that way. So it's kind of like a video legacy in a way, because you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow or what's happening later today in your life, going down the road. It's a video legacy. Your grandkids, great-grandkids, you know, your children, if you're an early guy getting started on YouTube with your work and what you're doing. And you know, it's kind of like a legacy that, you know, let's say grandkids, great-grandkids will be able to go back and watch you on video, watch you work. And if depending on, you know, how long you live, whether they get to know you. And I had 38 years with my grandfather, both of them actually. 30, I think 38, 39 years. So a lot of memories. Was able to spend that time with them well into there, because they were both 88 and 90 when they passed away. So I hope I have those genes in me, that I can get the same longevity and health that they had. My grandfather, my dad's father, owned a body shop, painting body shop, and he was out there working and doing stuff on cars until he was in his 80s. And I think that's what kept him healthy. So you kind of hope that you can kind of get the same genes. But anyway, let's get on with this maintenance talk. That spring's coming around, and we want to make sure we're cleaning these things like they're supposed to be. So spring's coming in, time to start doing AC maintenances. And you know, if you're a homeowner watching this, do your research, check your reviews, get referrals from other people that have used companies, what they think. You know, it's kind of a double-edged sword. Who's going to come out, what kind of job they're going to do, how thorough they are, what does a company say, is it an inspection, or are they come out and doing a real maintenance? Got to read between the lines and what you're paying for. All these companies, these big companies, national brands, offering $39, $49 tune-up. Let me tell you, you ain't getting nothing for $39, $49. They're trying to get out there and find something to charge you more money for. You need this fixed, you need that fixed. You need all these snake oil air cleaners and air scrubbers and duct work cleaned, and some of that can be legitimate, but some of those people come out and they're just, that's the, whether you need it or not, they're going to get a commission, a spiff off of it and move on down the road. They're trying to, so that $49, $39 tune-up shit, I promise you, they're already in the hole before they pull in your driveway at $49. So they're gonna make that money somewhere. Keep that in mind. But check who you have coming out. And if you're doing maintenance, if you're a technician out there, young guy, you be thorough with what you're doing. If you're a homeowner, make sure the people that are coming out to do your maintenance are being thorough with what they're doing. Starting with your indoor coil, needs to be cleaned on the maintenance. We do them on, if it's a heat pump, we're cleaning your evaporator coils spring and fall. Both times we come out if you're doing a maintenance plan. Cleaning the drain pans. We're spraying down, wiping down the inside of the air handler. Yeah, we're getting the cobwebs out of your electrical compartment. We're flushing and clearing your drain line. We're not just blowing it out, punching a brush through it and pouring a bottle of water through it. You know, you need to pull a vacuum on that drain line. Anything that's stuck in that trap over the winter with the warm air is now dried and gotten hard, if it was still in there from the last time you ran your air conditioner. So somebody comes in there and just punches a brush through it and then runs water. Now they just sent that crap to an elbow somewhere. Eventually you're going to have a clogged drain line. You need to have a vacuum running outside, whatever you're pouring and clearing out of that trap from inside the coil out to the drain line. You need to be pulling a vacuum on that, sucking it and getting it out of that drain line. You don't leave it in there. But there's proper ways to do maintenances. Then you test your capacitors, check your temperature rise, temperature fall across the coil, make sure it's performing properly. Checking airflow, making sure the airflow is good, filters are clean. Airflow is 70% of it. You know, most compressors and systems fail because of crappy airflow, because it was installed half-assed and they didn't check any of that. They oversized your system, undersized your system, trying to give you a cheap job because you wanted to pay for a cheap job. You get what you pay for when you get a system replaced. You know, somebody comes out and quotes you $8, $9, $10, $11,000. They've done a full load calculation like we do on all our estimates, sized it properly, set it up properly, set up your duct system properly. You know, you're probably gonna be okay. Somebody comes out, I can beat that. I can do that. I can do a unit for $5,000. Yeah, okay. They're cutting a lot of damn corners for $5,000, and they're gonna show up with the cheapest equipment they can get their hands on. Because I can promise you, they're not gonna short themselves on their labor. So keep that in mind. But the outdoor units, need to make sure they're getting take the top off every time. We do the outdoor units on heat pumps, spring and fall. We clean the outdoor coils twice a year. Pull that top off, get all the debris, pine straw leaves, all the mulch that's washed in it. Basically, you got a big compost pile in the bottom of your outdoor unit. Water sits down there when it rains, the bottom of your unit rusts out. We get all that out, make sure that water drains out of that unit when it rains like it's supposed to. We flush the coils with cleaner, flush them from the inside out, push that dirt back out from the way it came in. Rinse it down, obviously a good rinse down inside and out, but we want to flush that dirt from the inside out, because the fan's pulling it in, it's getting stuck in, and you get those people that show up to do, yeah, I'm gonna clean the outdoor coil. They don't take the top off of it. Half of them don't use cleaner. They just take some water and spray it down outside, and all they're doing is pushing that lint and dirt and whatever is covering that outdoor coil. They just push it up into the coil even deeper, and you know, that is not effective. You need to flush it from the inside out. Get the cobwebs out of the electrical compartment. Check your contactors, test your capacitors, get your amp draws on your motors, check your refrigerant charge. Just make sure everything's in efficient operating order. That, you know, you want to get better efficiency, because the reason we want to clean that coil again in the fall on the heat pump is you get it cleaned in March of the year, then we go through pollen season, then you go through a dry summer, hot summer, that fan, that air conditioner's running, all that dirt, debris, pollen's getting pulled into that coil, and then you go into the winter and it's still in there, and now your heat transfer process is going to be diminished in the wintertime as well when you're trying to heat the house. So you want to wash that coil, outdoor coil, on a heat pump, spring and fall. But you know, straight AC is a little different. Obviously, you're going to clean that, take care of it, and then you're going to run your furnace or whatever you've got for your heating in the winter, and then get it cleaned again before you use it again in the spring for your summer. So just be sure you're doing these things properly. There's companies that just come out and hook up to it, check charge, check a couple of amp draws, test a capacitor, and say you're good to go. They don't clean anything. They don't, you know, so if it's an inspection, that's what you're going to get. So keep that in mind. Then they're going to tell you, well, your evaporator coil and your condenser coil need to be cleaned, and then they're going to try to upcharge you for that and charge you like another $80 or $90 to clean the coils, plus what you're paying for the inspection. You're better off just getting a service plan with a good company. Research that, get your check your reviews for these people, check Better Business Bureau. Ooh, that was a big bump. Anyway, talk to your neighbors. Who do they use? What do they think? Are they polite? Do they wear shoe covers? Do they take care of the homeowner's property when they show up? Don't leave trash everywhere. You're not tracking dirt and crap. I see so many guys on YouTube recording videos while they're in somebody's house, and they just walk right in the front door with their shoes on. Been tracking through the yard. You got dirt on your feet. You know, that's not your house. You know, we can all have our own opinion on this, but that's their house. And if they open the front door and you see their shoes sitting there, probably better put some booties on or take your shoes off before you go in the house. Show them the respect. I mean, they're paying you to come out to service their equipment, not dirty their carpet, dirty their house up. Clean your hands before you touch the thermostat. Just little things, you know. That's just how I am. I don't want somebody coming to my house leaving their fingerprints on my damn doors because they didn't wash their hands or they're not wearing gloves. Dirt fingerprints on my thermostat. You know, just keep that in mind. Treat their home like you'd want somebody else to treat yours. It's not that hard. Put on some shoe covers when you go in somebody's house. I wear them. They're plastic. I don't use the paper ones because if your feet are wet and you got mud on the bottom of your shoe, it's going to soak through, and then you're going to be at the house that, for some reason, why some people put white carpet in their house. I don't understand that, but they do. But anyway, just treat people with a little bit of respect. It's customer service is what it is. They're not going to call you back if they have to clean the carpet after you leave. Okay, I don't, because now that's their time. They got to spend doing that. So I wear plastic booties where I work, and they work fine. I can usually go through one pair in a day. I shake them out. I'll reuse them. I'm not putting a brand new pair on. The paper ones you do, because they get dirty. They get soaked. The plastic ones, you can wear those. Take them off. I take mine off in the attic so I don't tear them on a splinter or a nail or staple or something. But I just try to be polite and respectful when I'm in someone else's house. Don't want to give them a bad experience or a reason not to call back. But just do a good job. Do what they're expecting you, they're paying you to do. But for you homeowners that are watching and you get that $39 inspection, yeah, they're going to inspect it. They're going to inspect it and try to find anything they can charge you extra money for. So, just take that how I mean it. Because there's companies here that do that. Find a good company, get you a service plan with them. If they're like us, we offer a discount on repairs if you have a annual service plan. Give you priority scheduling and priority service over people that don't. We charge a reduced trip charge on a normal hour service call, which is less than half of what we charge for a normal COD service call. And then it's a minimal charge for after hours and on weekends if you have an issue. We're not going to charge you $150 to come out on Saturday if you have a service plan with us. So just keep those things in mind. But for you guys that are doing the maintenance, especially the young guys, don't let somebody teach you the wrong way to do that. It's more than just spending 30 minutes at somebody's house and saying you cleaned their system. You're not cleaning jack shit in 30 minutes. I don't care who you are, what you say. By the time you get there, you greet the homeowner, and then you add the time of doing your paperwork in there. Now you've spent 20 minutes of that 30 minutes cleaning what? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. So keep that in mind too, homeowners. Somebody you're getting a maintenance, whether it's a one-time maintenance or you're getting a maintenance plan, they're there for 30 minutes. They didn't do anything. Especially if you got two systems. You figure a good 45 minutes to an hour per system if it's getting done close to right. Exactly right, an hour and 10. And you hope that they find things, and it helps. That maybe they find your disconnect for your electric air handlers melted a little bit where it's been overheating. Maybe your lugs aren't tight, they're loose. You disconnect, that's a fire hazard. Could be. You need to replace it. There's a cost to do that, but having somebody find that before it actually happens is a positive, and that's the purpose of a maintenance. It's not to go out there and sell you a new compressor for $3,000 or to sell you a brand new system. It's to look at the one you've got, get it cleaned, get it running efficiently, addressing any concerns or issues with it, weak capacitors, motors overamping, oil leaking out of bearings, refrigerant low, you got a refrigerant leak in the system, getting it charged back up if that's what you want, getting it repaired or fixed, making sure your duct system hasn't fallen apart under the house. Maybe you got a supply that's falling off the collar and one of your supply registers is just blowing hot and cold air under the house. You're losing efficiency. So those are the reasons you want to get a maintenance done, get your system serviced. Don't just wait for it to quit and then somebody come out and they tell you, yeah, your evaporator coil's clogged slam up with dirt, and you've been feeding liquid to your compressor for the last 3 or 4 years, and now the thing has failed, you need a new compressor. Now you're looking at a $3,000 repair or a new system when just simply having maintenance done would have prevented the problem from the get-go. So maintenance isn't a bad thing, guys. Homeowners, techs, it's necessary evil. If you are a technician, maintenance is part of the job. Just do it right, do it the way it's supposed to be done. And homeowners, get your maintenance done. Get your maintenance done, and it prevents a lot of problems. Helps keep your light bill down, system running efficiently, things like that. So I'm back at the house, and to get these groceries in, and then after finding out that I'm going to be a grandfather, I think I'm going to take a drink. It's good news, guys. It's just when it happens. Now I know how it feels when that happens. It wasn't expected at all. but it's not disappointing news either. I think it's a good thing, and I think it's going to bring a lot of enjoyment for the years to come. So a little emotional when I think about that still. It's still trying to put it all together. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Like, subscribe. See you on the other side.